Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nimish. We are going to talk about Vettaiyan today. This is superstar Rajnikant's latest movie, and first and foremost, commendable kudos to superstar and the director because they have made a movie that is extremely non-massy. There's no over-the-top nonsense. There's no glamorization of the superstar. There's no 10 hero entries in this movie. Straightforward film with a straightforward story that has been told from a character-driven perspective for superstar Rajnikant, and there's no masala mass, all of that. Very limited, very limited, and it works. So I think that itself is commendable to the whole team, including superstar Rajnikant, for being able to just do the character, just live the character, do the role, and not worry about all these other elements. So that was great. Now, in spite of that, the film itself, the story is extremely basic and template. We have seen this template 100 times. A template about how the poor people are being taken advantage of by politicians and businessmen who are in cahoots with each other and want to sort of set up an organization, a pharmaceutical, an industry, whatever the case might be, without getting into spoilers. Whatever it is, they take advantage of the poor, and this is exposed slowly, steadily throughout the film. And therefore, you have a big villain who is just always bad, and you have some heroes and heroes' friends and supporting people who are trying to fight for the justice. This is extremely basic. So the story itself, from someone like the director like T. Novel, who has made Jai Bhim, which was story into story into story. It was such an amazing, deep storytelling. Could have definitely done a better job in delivering a slightly more technical story, a slightly more depth to the story than this particular template. What doesn't help is the presentation of this template as well. All the characters, except Rajnikant's character, all the characters are extremely surface level written. There's nothing like a kid could write it in today's world. The villain played by Rana Daggubati is bad, just straight up rich, suave, Jagapati Babu style bad with a ridiculously luxurious office and helicopters, and he's just bad, and he's always been bad, and there's no rationale or reasoning for why he's bad, what are his motivations, etc. He's just bad because he's rich. Rich people are bad, businessmen are bad, and they only do bad things. That is not enough when you cast someone like Rana Daggubati, who has the depth and ability and capability and the audience to watch him. You want to know more about the motivations, why he's like that, what is it, why did he come to this point, and all of that. You want to learn more about them. You don't just want to paint someone at that surface level. Similarly, you've cast Fahad Fasil, a brilliant actor, but he serves as a mild comic relief and nothing else. Anything he says is supposed to be funny or light-hearted or all of that. Most of the jokes don't even land, and it's not Fahad Fasil's fault. It's the writing that has given him nothing more. He's like a techie that's supposed to be kind of cool and funny. That's it. There's nothing else about this guy, and very minor sort of one liners on where he was and who he was, but we need to explore more. Ritika Singh, again, just another cop in an army of cops there, and does not get much to do, just hangs out there as a cop and does her thing here and there. And Amitabh Bachchan, who does have an actual character that matters to tell the story and the story to move forward, still is a very surface level character. He is just good. He is by the book. He is upholding the law, and he is making sure no one, whether they are good people, cops, criminals, that no one should be breaking the law. And if you do, then you should be punished. So, very high moral ground sort of character that, again, we've seen so many times. These characters have not been explored. Whenever they come on screen, they do this. Whatever I've described to you just now, that's all they do. High moral ground, bad altogether, comic relief, or just out there shooting guns like Rizika. So that was not good. Again, you expect someone who made Jai Bhim and all these other films that he's made, the director, to have a much more depth to these characters and sort of bring all that together. Is that hoping for too much in a Rajnikant movie? I don't think so. I think the fact that Rajnikant agreed to do this film, which was straightforward, did not have 30 hero entries and 75 songs and all of that, makes it sound like he wanted to do this film as it is with this director, and he's choosing directors that will give him something different to do. And we've seen in interviews how open he is to do it from the directors themselves. So there should be no sort of shyness in exploring the script and other characters more. There should be nothing there that limits people right now to explore the characters. So overall, this was a lackluster film. It was pretty straightforward, pretty predictable, pretty flat, nothing unique, nothing twisting, turning. There was nothing, no much depth to the story, and the storytelling itself was also pretty straightforward. So would have hoped for a little more creativity on that front to deliver what seemed like a good project on paper. So, going with 3 stars for Vettaiyan, primarily just because they delivered a film that is non-masala, non-masi, all of that, and sticks to a particular story and a subject and just keeps going at telling that story. So that was very commendable. Let me know your thoughts on Vettaiyan below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and keep watching for much, much more.